This is nuts and bolts speed training with your keyboard shortcuts for navigating multiple presentations from your keyboard, which is useful when you have a bunch of PowerPoint presentations open or you need to flip back and forth between a number of different presentations as you're working. And here with 4 presentations open in a cascade format, your first shortcut is Control F6. Control F6 will cycle forward through your open presentations, or you can cycle the opposite direction by hitting Control Shift F6, which again is useful for just cycling through your open presentations. So if you had an Excel file open and you hit Control F6, you would still only cycle through your PowerPoint presentations. It would not take that Excel file into account. So that's your first shortcut. Your second shortcut is Control Shift F10. And if I hit Control Shift F10, all of my open presentations are arranged on my screen so that I can compare and contrast them in this bird's eye view. So this is a great way to compare and contrast your open presentations. You can also take slides from one presentation and drag them over into another presentation. From here, often you don't want 4 snapped, so there's some keyboard shortcuts for moving presentations around. So if you have an active presentation selected and you use the window left arrow key, you can take a presentation and snap it to the left. I can use the window right arrow key once, twice to snap it to the right. I can use the window up arrow key to maximize a presentation. So maybe this is the one that I want to work with. You can also minimize. So if I hit window down arrow key once, twice, it'll minimize a window. And if I then hit Control Shift F10, we'll snap the 3 remaining presentations side by side. Window down again, we'll remove another one, Control Shift F10, and there I just have 2 presentations side by side. One last set of interesting keyboard shortcuts for moving your windows around on your screen is Alt plus minus sign, which opens up a little dialog box that's keyboard driven. Notice the underlined M for move, so if I hit M on my keyboard, I can then use my right arrow key to move the window around on my screen. If I like it, I can hit enter and it will take. If not, I hit escape and the window will snap back to where it was before. Alt minus sign again, I can do the same thing with size, so S for size. Again, use my right arrow key or my left arrow key. This time I'm gonna like the size, so I'll just hit enter. The size will take. Alt minus sign again, you can see you can also minimize, N for minimize, X for maximize, and C for close. I'm gonna hit X. The screen maximizes so I can now work within my presentation. And then if I wanna go back to that snapped bird's eye view, I just hit Control Shift F10 and I snap back to the 2 open, non-minimized presentations side by side. So those are your keyboard shortcuts for cycling through and arranging your PowerPoint presentations, which is extremely useful when working with a bunch of open presentations at the same time. To grab a PDF of all of these awesome shortcuts plus over 100 more, look for the link beneath this video. To grab a PDF of all of these awesome shortcuts plus over 100 more, look for the link beneath this video.